A lot of people in the past 12 months actually went on and studied early child education teachers and then hoping they to migrate through there. Now, not long ago, there's a horrible crime that happened in Melbourne and it really hurt my heart. I don't have kids, but imagine if I'm a parent, man, come on, that's horrible. I don't want to talk about it. But now, what happened is the government and also news agencies and everyone now knows that people are actually studying ultra low quality graduate diploma in early childhood education for the sake of migration only, with absolutely no intention to work in the industry. Now, if you follow me long enough on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, you would know, or even do one-on-one consultation with me, you will all know how I stand when it comes to graduate diploma in early childhood education teaching. Number one, it's not a bad thing if you really want to go into the industry, but I do talk people away from doing this course just for the sake of migration, because there are way too many people are jumping and rushing into that. And when a pathway is obviously easy, when there's something that everyone is going to do it, then it will no longer be easy. Like 2-3 years ago when South Australia announced a special pathway for enrolled nurses, then overnight thousands of people rushed to Adelaide, enrolled into diploma of nursing, hoping to get permanent residence just for that pathway. And still, I get consultations from people who are currently in Adelaide in South Australia who say enrolled nurse and couldn't find sponsor and there's no pathway. So don't just go there or do something that because there's a new pathway or something new and hot. Also, there's reports and news articles that comes out saying Southern Cross universities, they have recruited 6,000 students studying early childhood education teaching, the graduate diploma course. Please don't sue me for information, but this is the stuff that I see on the news. And how could you guarantee quality? How could you guarantee integrity in the early childhood education industry? So that's why I ask all of you, if you want to get permanent residency, you got to look into your own personal circumstance and then work from there. Instead of, oh, I heard it's easy, so I'm doing it. Nothing is easy. Migrating to Australia, eventually it boils down to a few things. If you go for the study route, then if it's very easy to study, then it's very hard to migrate. Because if it's easy and cheap, then a lot of people are in here, and then that means the competition of getting permanent residency is massive, like high. Like for example, cookery, childcare, and all this stuff, right? People been talking about it. It's cheap, but it's almost impossible. I can't say almost impossible. It's still possible, but it's hard because general skill migration, are you at 90 points? Are you in the right state? Or employer sponsor visa program, do you have an employer? And then are you irreplaceable? Are you in Sydney and hoping to get sponsored as a cook or as a chef? Come on. If you resign the next minute or the next shift, someone new will jump in. So who's going to sponsor you for this? So if something's cheap, then too many people go for it, and then people have a massive competition. It's basically the same thing here in early childhood education teaching. They're charging $20,000 for a 10 months course. 6,000 people enrolled into it. Think about the money that Southern Cross University earned. Everyone going to get a massive fat bonus from it. So that's that. And then you're going into the pool, like 6,000, 10 months later, there will be 6,000 people with early childhood education skills assessment, or at least number one, they have a qualification that will allow them to apply for skill assessment. And then these people goes into the 189, 190, and 491 in respective state. Do you seriously think that you will still be able to get through with 65 points? With 6,000 just from one university? 6,000! And then I keep hearing people that are having trouble finding work in the early childhood education industry. Never heard of it. Like, to be honest, since the first day I'm in the industry, like people been screaming I can't get enough staff. But now it's like so easy. So make sure you look into that. There was also an investigations onto a lot of certificates that issued by random private college. If something that is too easy, if the college doesn't require you to show attendance, college doesn't ask you to submit tests, and you think, oh, that's amazing. Come on, because there's regulators in Australia. They do look into the quality of the course, and now it's on the public domain and everyone is looking into it. And I do see people getting their certificate diplomas revoked, like basically cancelled because of the course being such a low quality. So imagine if Southern Cross universities got investigated. No, they're currently being under investigation, but imagine if the certificate or the diploma were removed, or the government decided to cancel those qualifications, and you've studied study it and you pay 20,000, then what will happen, right? Maybe that's a class action. I don't know. But just gotta make sure that you looked into your personal circumstance. If you're studying Master of IT and you want to get permanent residency, find a job in IT. I know it's hard, but if you just given up, then you will never get it, isn't it? So please make sure you do it. And I think that's sort of good enough for this episode. And if you got any question, pop me in the comment section. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, hopefully on Instagram, because I'm using Instagram a lot more, and then I post a lot of stuff on there, a lot of Instagram stories, and I scroll Instagram more. So do that for me, and also make sure you follow me to get PR faster and hit the subscribe button.